Carlton smothered. Dangerous place to turn the footy over here. The Blues might be away. Gibbons. Silvani. Cripps. Beautiful ball, McGovern. Wants to go quickly. Martin, as Bruce said, is the story tonight. Slingshot off halfback. Gibbons. Got to give it quickly. Paddy Dow.
Pocket and Carlton away.
Plays on. Good ball finding Gibbons. Slides the ball down the line, well presenting to
Doherty with one hand. Neil Bullen made it tough for him. Scrambled away, and Ed Curnow right spot.
McGovern dropping back. There's a couple of Melbourne players.
And now on the run, Trent Rivers. Running Rivers got the kick towards the tackle to try and keep it there. Jackson back on. He did. Setterfield onto it. Gibbons has some space. A bounce, maybe some poise here. Hasn't got a lot to go too long. Spears the pass to Martin.
Salem just comes over the back of Gibbons. The Demons. That's an important boot by Jones. Fritsch was waiting out the back. Gibbons under pressure. Good by hand. Nunes, the former Saint. Back to Gibbons. And that's a good ball. John. Left foot ball. Can he find a target? Mackay. Jetta. Well done, Jetta. Did really well there, Nev, to bring it to ground. Now Gibbons has an opportunity. Steadies, lines up from 38 metres out. Here come the Navy Blues.
What a great finish from Gibbons. So eventually the inside 50 is going to tell, you would think. Deft little touch from Eddie Betts. He saw Gibbons out on his own. He mightn't have the flexibility in his hamstrings anymore, Chief. He didn't even bend over. He just toe poked it out. But this bloke, this is what Carlton want from McGovern when they recruited him. Up the ground, push it on. There's the deft little toe poke, and this is the nice finish. So the question again's been asked. 16 points to margin.
Showing some class today. Michael Gibbons done some really good things. Up to 15 possessions, kicked the goal. That is a great finishing. And here the Carlton players out there, they know they're in the contest.
Work for him. Curnow did well. Cunningham did brilliantly. Gibbons just as fantastic. Good. Turned it over. Cunningham. Gibbons. Murphy. Kickable. Needs to strike it well. Struck it beautifully. Crows are now back to his old club, the Blues. Hard tackle laid by Selwood. Around the neck in the end.
They've got to be clever here because they have got Harry sitting back as an extra. So the long bomb probably favours Harry.
Gibbons danced around him. On his left. Didn't get enough on it. Goal square. No. The flick to Curnow. Got it on the boot quick. And Gibbons pocket. And kickable for him here. Beer. And now they're out. All the way to Gibbons. Worked his way up to the wing.
So ball use has been impressive early, Dwayne.
It has. Again, Cripps is ignored. He goes wider. Hoping for Atkins, but he missed him. Gibbons has got a knuckle on it. Wiedering slaps it away. All the way to Gibbons. Confident they'll hit the target they go for. And that's another beautiful 40-metre pass to Gibbons.
Decision went against him.
And Gibbons. Someone needs to hit a target. Heads long. Eddie's out the back all alone. Eddie Betts looks up. He's got Gibbons. And he wraps it up and gives him the gift. Could have gone for home himself, Eddie. But Gibbons to kick one against the flow.
They did it well.
He nails the goal and settles everything down for Carlton fans.
Gee, they needed it, Jared. They needed it. They won the ball at half-back. Importantly, managed to keep the ball on the far side of the ground.
On Silvani, deft deflection. And the handball, Gibbons. Mackay, he got back on blitz halves.
Couldn't have kicked it any better, and Eddie's got a hard running option in Gibson. Well, that's not a good sign. We'll find out from Lingy if Jack Silvani's okay. Here's Levi. They are rock solid hands. Mark Murphy to Gibson. Just edging it forward, the Blues.
To ground, there's the young player on debut, Phil. Redmond worried out of it. Lots of players around the footy. Good. Now Curnow. Wide to Gibbons.
Wild sideways. And now the other way. They might be out here, the Blues.
Well done on that occasion. Phil did a nice job. Now we're out to Walsh. Kernan direction. Big fist from Wiedering. Gibbons' hands were good.
Cunningham read it well and he got past Saad. That's not easy to do. Gibbons
to the back. Just a hand in. Gibbons now. Flicked it to Philpound. Handball to McGovern. McGovern unselfishly goes to Gibbons. Great vision and wonderful execution.
It's just opportunity, isn't it?
Yep. Finally got an opportunity.
Michael Hurley in there didn't get the ball. Gibbons' hands were really good.
Not able to control the ball.
Went the shin, didn't it? He's got a big limp up. Let's hope it's just a severe bruising. He seems to be jogging away okay.
Pushing it back downfield, yours, Eddie.
Gibbons.
Not able to train for a few days, so really unusual preparation. This is Gibbons who at the back. Gibbons, he got it out. Coming up, who will prevail from here? Now, good chance. There's
Casbolt looking for Gibbons. Saad dispossessed. Blues swarm. And the umpire's going to
playing that defensive forward role.
Yeah, we saw the battle just a moment ago, Bruce. Lingy all over it. Gibbons out wide.
Back inside that 50, coughed it up actually. By Martin, he crashed into Geary and won the ball. Gibbons gets it out. Centerfield kicks his. Yes, he does. Kicks his second.
He was plowing. Just banged it out of the fence. Now that works for the Blues. They need to keep this run going. Gibbons got the footy. You feel the gaps are just starting to open up in this game. Can Carlton explore those gaps? Neat little ball, well disguised. Goes out wide to Setterfield.
Callum Wilkie's game, sorry, Bruce. Callum Wilkie's come back up onto the bench. He looks like he's going to be all right to go. And as you guys saw, Dan Hanbury icing up. I think it's his hamstring is what he's put the ice on there. Hard to see behind all the trainers, but
Steele has a go. He misses. Gibson, a little bit of ball candy. Nicely done. Now a high footy into Mackay. Offhand, McGovern's there. So is Doherty. Squirted the handball back to Ed Curnow. And a centering ball to Gibbons. And Gibbons will line up for a much-needed one for the Blues.
Tom, out. Thank you. Here comes Tom.
So Michael Gibbons been playing some pretty good footy the last few weeks, 15, 18, and a career high 25 possessions last week, as Bruce mentioned earlier. 1-3 from set shots this year as Gibbons. This one, a 48-metre kick. Looks pretty good. It is. I think it's a Blues goal. It's there.
To square it up to the free player, and Gibbons is a nice finish.
Good pick up.
Caught, dumped by Nunes, dropped the ball as he was dumped. Gibbons hard tackle, ball up. Late lunging tackle, and Curnow couldn't get it out. Gibbons, it was there for him, bounced up like a rubber ball. Is that a push in the back? It is. Gibbons free.
Excellent ball handling by McGovern. Dropped the mark, but gee, the capacity to be able to control it, flick the handball on and set this one up for a shot at goal.
Yep, pushing the back.
Straighten the numbers.
Been a grand pickup for them. Michael Gibbons, two-time Liston medalist for best player in the VFL. Had to wait a long time to get a chance. Played every game since put on the list except one. And he's a reliable kick. 4-2 start for the Blues.
Well, that's great hands from McGovern. Spilled the mark. It was a great fly contest, but his ground level stuff has probably left a little bit to be desired at times, Jared, but that was really sharp work.
Jeanette's had a little rest, and that was a perfect palm down to Gibbons in space, who hits Mackay on the move.
Kick the ball forward.
It's amazing how many times, just watching the...
Couldn't take it out, though. Eddie opens it up back again. Gibbons, he's still got Mackay, still got Mackay, still got Mackay, and Mackay goals. Gold class. Cunning of the Sharon by the Blues.
It was Casbolt again. Now look at this. There it is. A little toe poke has set it up for Mackay. And Mackay, he's having a great game.
Nunes got it up just in time. Cunningham, a roller. That works. Gibbons, goal. Speak about chaos. Madness gets them to the goal, not method.
A little bit stiff there, the Dogs, with a couple of free kicks that have otherwise, for the last 2 weeks, been paid against. But that said, all they can do is do what they can successfully muster in front of goals. And they have just been hungry at ground level.
From Cripps, then the fake, then the dance, then the handoff. Gibbons goes inside. Phenomenal, really.
He runs out of juice. Johannessen's involved. There goes Cripps again. Now Daniels, he's forward, he's back. He's coming forward again. No, he's not. He's had to go onto the other one. He's stuffed. You've taken out another.
Hasn't shirked an issue at all this week. From the scramble, McLean in the middle of 4 Blues. Flicks it out to Walsh. Pokes it towards half forward and Gibbons. Slap on was delightful to Kennedy. To Betts.
Just great ball movement, great awareness. The knock over the top, kick off the ground.
What a mark from Eddie Betts. Maybe this can kickstart Carlton because they need kick-starting right now as Gibbons takes them up.
Well, those clearances for Port, they're already leading 4-1, which means that the Blues have to move the ball from their half-back flank, best-case scenario, all the way forward. But Eddie Betts in those baggy shorts.
Sometimes you just need a moment from one of your leaders. And Eddie's decided Carlton need him. Fantastic bit of play.
5 goals through so far this year for Michael Gibbons, who continues to improve in his 2nd season at the top level. It's close. It's better than that. Just what Carlton needed.
So there's nothing's going to come easy. So they'll give you that one out there in the scallops of the forward 50. But good luck converting that. I mean, that's a 1 in 8 sort of conversion rate from there. Fantastic finish.
And none of it happens without Eddie Betts' magic there on the half-forward flank, but then the ability just to pop back up. What's your next option? Scott Gibbons in the... Well, from a very tight angle. It's a lovely finish right to left. And then we're on the board, Hutto.
Yeah, Port fans have seen some pretty good stuff from Eddie Betts over the years, haven't they, in showdowns? Gradually, and Westhoff had an opportunity. He'd love to clunk a few early. Divert the danger, and now look what's on offer. One more, and they're out. Gibbons found Walsh. Strongly swiped away Munes along the line. It stays in. Gibbons, they inch along the boundary, and all of a sudden,
Port, that's a big loss.
So Port a man down, scores a level. Carlton with the momentum, and out of the middle, Gibbons. He's a tireless worker. He gets them deep. It's a probing ball. Just superb poise shown by the Blues. Gibbons gave it back. They've worked their way inside the 50 now. From the corner, Gibbons to the top of the square. Mackay!
Jones rolls up to come and put frontal pressure on, and then the overlap starts. Once it starts, you're out of sorts as a back 6. Great location to put the ball.
Can Carlton hold it up? Every inch of territory, every moment that they can see off now is so valuable. Well done, Goldstein, but the handle went through the fingers of Demont, and Gibbons takes the little moment he was offered, puts it through.
Well, he had an opportunity early on where he changed his mind. Normally the first option's the best. This time it's just instinctive. He gets a great little tap down from Mitch McGovern, who I think surveyed the area around him and realised the only option he had was to drop the ball straight down. Good contest from Callum Moore. That's what he's coming to do. He brings the ball to ground. Gibbons is front and square. Doesn't quite get it there. But then this hand pass gets smothered as North Melbourne try to exit. And you'll see the ball pop up. Have a look at that little tap down from McGovern. A lot of class there and a good finish.
It's just good goal sense, isn't it? You just love seeing these smaller type of forwards. One, you love just the pressure they apply, but they just stay inside the contest and they just take little opportunities. And just that avenue towards goal just opened up for him. He's been an important player down forward. You know, he and Eddie Betts are combining really well, and then you add Jack Martin into that mix. Some good small forwards at the moment.
Handball option really well. Good progression from the Blues. Gibbons up to provide a target. Donald first. Centre field. Pollock suddenly found the footy near him. Cunningham pounced, and he is a long kick of the footy. Is he a straight kick this time? Oh, yes, he is.
Straight away when you get the ball, just break.
And Walsh did run, and the error came, and that's a big win for Carlton. It doesn't want to go out.
Gunston wasn't too happy. He thought it wasn't a free kick, and he may have even suggested that he took a dive.
Gibbons goes for Mackay. Carlton and Hawthorn both have strong support in Perth.
Both had some fantastic ex-players out of WA over the years, of course.
No genuine attempt.
No genuine attempts against Gary Norris and so. Gibbons. To half forward. Good decision for Pitnet in the end, but he realised he was on the folly of what he'd done. But back in action so quickly now. Gibbons. And it's 2-on-1 in Carlton's favour. Mackay. Cripps again. Day.
Barris is there with him. Pitnet got it out the back here. Little handball comes to Walsh. And Walsh has a crack. I think it might have come from Gibbons. And kicks the second for the Blues.
Exactly what you want from your key forward. If you're not going to mark it, take the whole pack with you. And then look at the Carlton players at ground level. Good, sharp hands. Nice finish by Sam Walsh. Terrific by Casbolt to create that opportunity.
They've kept it in. Sleight of hand was good. Flicked up by Nunes. And Nelson. Oh, no free kick Carlton's way. It's going to be Gibbons' ball.
Well, you didn't contest the ball.
Carlton fans love it.
And you ran off the line to block him, so I've got to pay free. Time back on.
The explanation. Not a lot of argument. And Gibbons runs around. And the Blues extend their lead.
Have a look at where the free kick. Duggan just edging Gibbons out there, and umpire's explanation was you didn't contest the ball, you ran off the line. That's what the umpire looks for in that situation. And Gibbons makes the most of it.
It's a good game. This way.
No, but last resort, go long. Now they can go.
Gibbons.
He's got a chance here, Gibbons. Can they get one back here? The Blues. Running bounce to Levi. Out in front of Cole.
I like that from Cottrell, though, BT. He was looking corridor, wasn't on. Obviously, West Coast were well set up, and then quickly went the long down the line one. Didn't wait until everyone was set up perfectly. Got it there. And a good grab by Pitnet, and they were away.
He's completed well today, Levi Casbolt, as he always does. Hasn't had a lot of opportunity.
For the veteran. Gibbons goes.
I like the look of Frederick down there in that forward line as well. So quick.
Gibbons and to Cas.
Eddie Betts just flashing off the bench. You can see him with a head of steam up.
Doherty steers it beautifully down the line. Turner inside 50, a couple run past it. Gibbons to Nunes for the perfect start. So Fife taken out of it by Murphy, fairly according to the umpire. Cripps drew the tackler and then got it to Nunes. Big miss from him a moment ago, Gibbons. Now kicks to a dangerous spot.
One of the best contested players, if not the best in the game. He definitely has to move into the middle now.
Stayed in, well done, Gibbons. Gibbons. Now Cripps. Handballs forward to Gibbons. Gibbons measures it, and Mackay has taken it.
Wiedering to Walsh, and then Walsh down the line. Defensive tight kick, just got through Graham. Clever by Gibbons. Got it forward. Blues with a chance here. Nunes. Well done. Betts. Gee, can kick a football, can't he? And finds Gibbons. Well, there you go, Duck. We're about to find out whether Gibbons can kick a goal from a set shot.
and that's a brilliant kick from Eddie Betts. Just well weighted. Nothing a defender can do about it. Just fell onto that.
So Carlton keep peppering, picked up by Nunes, got it on here to Gibbons, round the corner, that's better, thought about going to the right, but better to kick the goal. Just a clean pick up from Nunes, set it up and gave Gibbons the time as well, and that's got the fans pumping at TIO Stadium. And the Blues fans out of their chairs.
The field. Got it for Casbolt, just got through his fingers. Lukosius' handball. Cripps clever. Gibbons going well. De Koning from 40 metres out.
Oh, he plucked that. That was like a dry ball for him.
Yes, indeed. Here he is again, De Koning. Gibbons. Handball. Murphy, little bit of a fumble. Now the handball is exceptional. Look at Gibbons. He turned Graham inside out and went short to Mackay. Dominant forward for the Blues.
And the game just opening up a little bit for both teams, isn't it? Just getting better looks going inside.
Fessenden again tonight, not for the first time. There's Gibbons. See, the Blues have put speed, had to search for it, improvised a bit. Good hands, centre field. Gibbons, talk about selling candy and kicking a beauty. He's got two.
Minutes when they got back in this game, the Suns, all of a sudden now the Blues. I mean, you saw Murphy there, little fumble, but gets away with it. That wasn't the case earlier. The Suns' pressure was a lot higher, dropped off a little bit.
A lot of threes, 3 goals, 3 minutes. In on it, Fisher keeps his feet, cleverly knocks it on to Gibbons, on to Murphy. Murphy goes the flying right foot banana kick. Handball off, little one. Didn't go that far, spills to Ellis. He's mauled by Coppell, somehow still got it away to May, who's been quietish. I think it might originally be for the one under Ellis. It was a very, very late whistle, if it was, for that one there.
Yeah, no, they've, like I said, they've just out-muscled the Suns.
His positioning was superb, wasn't it? For them, Bowes had a lot of the ball.
At the Gabba, De Koning went looking for Gibbons. Oscar Elliott involved in the tackle from Gibbons was terrific. Curnow, rid of Noble, gets rid of the football to Walsh, to Gibbons, to Gold, to cross the face. It floats, there's a couple of Blues there. Phillips has got a runner. Noble has to wait. Gibbons got the tackle.
Done. Not sure if Cox could have done any more there, but Collingwood in front. Gibbons. So the Blues have got to get the ball forward to 50. They haven't really been able to do it.
Race on. Gibbons back into the lineup this week. Little drop step on Keys, goes back inside, and Mackay got there, nearly plucked it. But stolen by Gibbons. Loops it inside, centre field, outside of the boot. They get one.
The Blues throughout the last couple of minutes in terms of contest. At least it looked like Adelaide were going to get away once again. The numbers around the ball, but Gibbons was the one who had to fight amongst 3 or 4. He did it well, he put enough pressure on, and a smart release handball.
Slips, Gibbs, slips it to Gibbons. Bounce past a couple, inside handoff, McGovern to Gibbons. Gets the Shepherd, pumps it long, Mackay, this time, and he takes off. They're not going to take this one off him. And he gives them life. And gives the goal umpire a little scare.
But finally we see a little bit of ball movement through the middle of the ground. Take it on Gibbons. Could have gone short and wide, but thought, no, I've got the big fella all on his own, inside 50, in a one-on-one. And he's playing against the second game, but you've got to give this bloke every opportunity you can. Really good kick. He had a guy out wide there, Gibbons, he could have gone to. Said, no, I'm going to go to my big fella.
To Jones, opposite wing. Go get that, will you, Gibbons? Get it to him. Sloan seeking the boundary. Gibbons got there first, cut it off.
There's no way in the world you'd fumble that normally.
No. Gibbons, free kick. Can they steal another one here? Carlton hands it out to Fisher on a half-back flank. Keys corrals him, let him have a bounce and hit a target. Walsh, Gibbs went to ground. Walsh ducks out of one tackle, hands it back to Fisher. Drop to Sharon, gets it back again. Back to Gibbons. And now the money kick finds Mackay.
Quick ball movement, dangerous. Allow your forwards to have space and let your big marking forward come at the ball. What a huge goal this is going to be if he kicks it. This gives them a genuine shot.
Shaw going nowhere. Is he trying hard enough? Williamson. They've got the space out wide for Gibbons. Sloan corrals him. He lets him go. And the pressureless kick. Broke the pass, hoping for him, finding Levi. Hands inside. Chance for O'Brien. Gives it back again. Gibbons. Adelaide have got just about every player back. Inside defensive 50. Smith taken to the deck.
Gets around Ellis Yeoman and sticks it inside 50 nicely. Michael Gibbons wants to give it off. De Koning.
And he played on, and then you'd think on the move. And when you do that, look at all the forwards that are out behind the footy. It doesn't give the Brisbane Lions any time to set up their defence. I mean, De Koning probably should have marked.
Comes to the broadcast side. Finds its way into the hands of Gibbons. That's a nice ball.
He's had a busy year, along with all the AFL team.
Field kick. Put a set of goals in front of him. It all changes. Gibbons.
Now they've turned it over. Eddie Betts. He's got a target he likes forward, and that's a beautiful left foot ball. And Gibbons can go back and shoot.
That was good pressure there from Carlton. That's one thing. Even though Teague was a bit frustrated at half-time, as Eddie, he's still having a crack, still tackling, pressuring, and Martin with a turnover. But they've come out, their attitude and effort after half-time. They're leading the tackles 52-37, so it's just probably skill and polish that's hurt him, not so much the effort.
Pretty good, Michael Gibbons. He's kicked goals in 8 games since the season was rebooted, and he makes no mistake from there. Nice goal for Gibbons.
Skill there from Eddie Betts on his left leg. Really good pick up, Michael Gibbons.